Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Charles, I am your host, and on today's episode we're going to be changing it up a little bit because instead of reviewing beer, we are going to be tasting and reviewing Bearface Canadian whiskey. Hey? Bearface Canadian, hey? And I do promise there's a little bit in here. There is just enough in here to do a little tasting and review. So, Bearface Canadian whiskey. This is a blended whiskey. This is aged for 7 years in 3 different types of barrels. So it starts off in American oak, and then after that period, it gets transferred over to French red wine barrels, and it matures in there. And then once again, finally, for the air drying, they throw it into virgin Hungarian oak for a certain duration of time. Now, I don't know the durations. That's probably this part of the secret recipe. However, with all the barrel aging, it should be pretty smooth. But this whiskey, this clocks in at 42.5% ABV, and it's Canadian. Right? I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing that now because I got the Canadian thing going. But anyways, with all that fun stuff being said, let's just crack the cork on this and let's give it a go. Yeah, let's jump in. Let's give it a go. See, I told you. Perfect amount. Just the perfect amount to taste. I am liking the color on this. It's a brownish... Yeah, it's a brownish gold, very nice color. And it does have some body. There are some legs on the glass. It does have some body to it. But let's give this another swirl. Get these aromas opening up. And yeah, let's give this a nose. On the spirits here, you have to remember not to, when you're sniffing it, when you're nosing it, not to inhale too much. Otherwise, the alcohol will dry out your nostrils. So just little quick sniffs. Some fun flavors going on. I mean, there's definitely some dried fruit in this. There is a little honey sweetness, but overall, the big picture, there is an alcohol aroma that's predominant and really overshadowing everything else. I mean, it's really potent on this. But let's keep swirling. Let's give this a little bit of sip. And you have to remember when you're doing this, you can't be taking gulps like you can with beer. Just little sips. You don't want to get too loopy. So there's a little sip here. Swirl that around. Some nice flavors going on here. Well, there is some dried fruit. There is some woodiness going on. Some earthiness there to it. There's a little vanilla. I'll give this one more little sip. And there is a spicy quality to it, which honestly I did not expect to be there. And then there's a slight bit of heat, but not much. There's a little bit of that alcohol heat, but not a lot. It's predominantly the spice and the earthiness, and then kind of the dried fruit and the and heat kind of flowing and wavering in between. It's definitely got a nice mouthfeel though. I'm gonna take one more little sip. Yeah, and it is pretty darn smooth here too. But you know, while it's good, I do recommend it. I'm going to give this a 7 on the pint-o-meter. You know, I wish it would be a little bit more complex with the flavors, especially with the 3 different types of barrels. I figured there'd be a little bit more complexity going on. It's just not there. But it would definitely be great in mixed drinks, absolutely. But on its own, I mean, it's definitely, it's an easy drinking whiskey. It's very nice, but I was hoping for a little bit more complexity and depth. So, Canadian depth, eh? So once again, a 7 on the pintometer. And on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode as I fall off the chair. And as always, you can follow me at the website at www.pubshaveapinton.com or at the blog www.pubshaveapinton.blogspot.com. And if y'all like the video, please leave us a thumbs up, maybe a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys on the next episode. Salute, cheers, and enjoy.